Ever wondered what it's really like inside a super expensive Florida dream home? Not just the shiny pictures, but the real story. Come with me and I'll show you. Welcome back, everyone. I'm standing outside a home in Florida that costs more money than most of us can even imagine. But this isn't just a story about money. It's a story about a guy who built this life from nothing. The house, the cars, everything you'll see. It all came from a simple idea he refused to let go of. And today we get to walk through it. First thing you notice from the street is how private it is. Tall gates, lots of trees, you can't really see much, that's on purpose. Then you walk up to the front door. It's big, heavy, you get that feeling. Something special is on the other side. You open it and, wow, your breath just stops for a second. Not because it's covered in gold, but because of the space. It feels endless. There is no hallway, no tight entrance. You step right into this huge open room, and straight ahead, floor, ceiling glass shows you the water. The whole back of the house is like a window to a postcard. There are no pillars blocking the view, nothing. It's just open air and light. The owner told me that feeling, that why. Open, free feeling is why he bought this place. He looked at almost 70 other houses. Big ones, fancy ones, but when he walked in here, he said the energy was different. For a man who is always working, always thinking, he needed a home that didn't feel closed in. He needed a place that felt peaceful, but also alive. Let's go to the kitchen. It's what you'd expect. Huge island, shiny counters top, and appliances, but here's the real story. The owner doesn't really cook. He laughs about it. He says his kitchen skills are a microwave and an egg cooker. That's it. So, what's in his fridge? Protein shakes, green juices, bottles of kombucha, water. His cabinets have healthy snacks. This tells you his number one rule: health is everything. He told me if you don't have your health, you have nothing. All the money in the world means nothing if you're not well. So his kitchen isn't for showing off, it's a fuel station. It's practical. I liked that. It felt real. Now, let's go outside. This is the best part. You slide open these giant glass doors and you're outside, but it feels like you're still inside. The patio is massive with different levels. There's a beautiful pool that seems to spill into the view, a hot tub, a fire pit, but the star is the water. It's the Intracoastal Waterway. Big yachts go by, people on paddleboards. The sun hits the water in the morning, and it's absolutely still and perfect. He told me he comes out here every single morning before anyone else is up. He sits right here, drinks his water, and just is quiet. He watches the day begin. He calls it his meditation, his reset button. Can you imagine starting every day like that? No phone, no noise, just peace. The engineering here is crazy. This whole big patio hanging over the yard, it has no columns holding it up underneath. They built it with a special concrete method so it looks like it's floating. They call it post-tension. It means the whole structure is held together by cables inside, like a skeleton, so your view is totally clean, no posts in the way, just you and the water. But how does a guy get to a place like this? That's the story I wanted to hear. It wasn't easy, it wasn't luck. About 15 years ago, he was in a very different place. He was a personal trainer. He believed in fitness, in helping people, but things fell apart. He got into serious debt. I'm talking life-changing amounts of debt. His marriage ended. He felt like a failure. He told me he was one step away from being totally lost, but he had one thing left: his own mind. His own belief. He said when you hit bottom, you have a choice. You can stay down or you can start pushing back up. He decided to push. He had to believe in himself because no one else was going to do it for him. His big break came from a place you wouldn't expect. He moved from fitness into the world of electronic cigarettes. People asked him, "Why, you're a health guy?" And his answer was simple: he hated regular cigarettes. He saw them as the enemy. So he thought if he could help millions of people switch to something less harmful, he was still helping people's health. He was still a health guy, just in a different way. He built that company from nothing. He worked day and night, and in less than 5 years he built one of the biggest brands in the world. Then he sold it. That sale gave him the freedom to build this life. So this house, this view, it's not from an inheritance. It's from an idea, from grinding when things were dark, from believing in himself when it was hardest to believe. Let's go back inside. I want to show you the personal touches. In the main living room, there's a giant, wild, colorful painting on the wall. It's not something you'd buy in a store. A famous artist friend of his came and painted it just for this space. It's a one-of-a-kind piece. It has energy. Nearby, on a shelf, are 3 sculptures of rhinos, made of bronze. They're strong, solid. He has them there on purpose. He says every day, when he sees them, they remind him to be strong. Life is tough, he said. You have to be tough every single day. You have to be a rhino. I won't forget that. There's a beautiful bar area with fancy lights and glass shelves. But look at what's on the shelves. It's not expensive whiskey. It's bottles of cold-pressed juice, green powder for smoothies. The only thing that looks like a liquor bottle is a decanter shaped like a Lamborghini. It was a gift. It's just for show. There's a pool table. He says his kids love it. When they visit, they play and they bet. He jokes that he always loses on purpose to make them happy. It's a small thing, but it tells you what matters to him. Family, fun moments. Now, he calls this next room his office. But it's not an office. It's his gym. This is where he says the real work happens. He spends 2 hours here every single day, even weekends. He doesn't miss. This is his non-negotiable. While he's lifting weights, he's answering emails on his phone between sets. This room is his true workplace. On the wall is a special exercise bike he helped invent. It has a screen. You put your phone in it and your body controls a video game on the screen. If you pedal faster, your game character goes faster. If you do a plank, you can steer. He showed me. He was playing a spaceship game while working his core. He calls it sneaking in fitness, making it fun. He believes if exercise is fun, people will actually do it. And you know what? He's right. All right. You've been patient. Now for the moment I know many of you have been waiting for. The garage. We walk down a hallway and he presses a button. A large door silently slides up. The smell hits you first. It's a clean smell, like tires, wax, and money. The garage is huge, bright, and spotless. It's not a messy place to store junk. It's a showroom, and in this showroom are some of the most incredible cars on the planet. The first one is a McLaren Senna. It's named after a famous race car driver. It's low, wide, and looks like it's going 200 miles per hour even when it's standing still. The color is insane, a bright, glowing orange with blue details. He told me he worked with the designer on a computer, trying over 3,000 different color combinations before he chose this one. He wanted it to pop. He said, if you're not standing out in life, people will look right over you. The car has a hidden light under the back that flashes the word McLaren when he hits the brakes. Just a cool secret detail. Next to it is something totally different. It looks like a sci-fi scooter. It's called an orbital scooter and it's fully electric. The wheels are solid discs. The motor is inside the wheel itself. It can go about 50 miles an hour and it folds in half. You could literally put it in a closet. He takes it on his boat sometimes. It's wild. Then a Rolls Royce, but not just any Rolls. This is the Spectre. It's all electric. He said he never liked Rolls Royces until this one came out because it's completely silent. No engine noise, just pure quiet luxury. The paint has a hand-painted stripe that matches the color of the wheels. The attention to detail is unbelievable. There's a bright yellow Ferrari, a hybrid. His son picked the color. He said his son saw it and said, "Dad, you have to get this one." So he did. That's the kind of dad he is. And then in the back are the legends, the kings, a McLaren P1 and a Porsche 918 Spider. These are 2 parts of what car fans call the holy trinity of hypercars. They are from about 10 years ago, but they are still some of the fastest, most advanced cars ever made. The Porsche is a special red. Only 5 were ever made in this exact color. He hardly drives it. It has less than 1,000 miles on it. It's more like a piece of art. He walked around them quietly. He respects them, but then he said something that stuck with me. He said, "Look, these are toys. They're fun. I love them, but they are not the real prize. The real trophy is your health, your mind, your body. That's the collection you should care about most." Coming from a guy standing in this garage, that means a lot. Let's go upstairs. The staircase is a piece of art. The steps are made of thick glass and metal. They are attached to a central spine, so they look like they're floating in mid-air. There are no walls on the sides. As you walk up, you can see through them all the way down to the floor below. Light comes from a skylight above. It feels like you're climbing into the sky. And then, the master bedroom, calling it a bedroom isn't right. It's a sanctuary. You walk in, and your eyes go straight to the wall of glass. The entire back wall opens up. There's a huge balcony beyond it, hanging right over the water. The bed faces the view. He told me he wakes up and the first thing he sees is the sky and the water. No walls. The TV is hidden. It rises up silently from a cabinet at the foot of the bed. Very cool. The bathroom is bigger than most apartments. There's a giant shower with shower heads on the wall, plus one directly overhead like warm rain. There's a separate steam room right next to it. He says after a hard workout, the steam room is where he recovers. He sits in there, breathes the steam, and lets his muscles relax. His closet is like a high-end boutique. Everything is organized neat. A few nice bags, some shoes. It's nice, but it's not overflowing. It's curated. He has what he needs and what he loves. Nothing more. The guest rooms are down their own hallway. They are beautiful. Each one has a perfect view, its own bathroom with marble and a private balcony. One room even has a high-tech massage chair in the corner. He wants his guests to feel that same peace he feels, to leave feeling better than when they arrived. We ended the tour back outside where we started. The sun was getting lower, painting the sky orange and pink. He stood there looking at his home and he got quiet for a moment. Then he said, "You know, none of this was supposed to happen for me. I wasn't the smartest or the luckiest guy. I just refused to quit on myself. When you believe in number one, and I mean truly believe in yourself, you can do things you never thought possible. This house isn't the goal, it's proof. Proof that the mind is the most powerful thing you own. That's the real takeaway. This isn't a video just to look at fancy things. It's a reminder that great things are built from tough beginnings. That your health is your real wealth, and that believing in yourself is the first and most important step to any dream. If this tour gave you a new perspective, or maybe just a little bit of inspiration, do me a solid. Hit that like button. It really helps this channel. And if you want to see more real stories behind extraordinary places, subscribe to Winds of Thought. We have more coming. Thanks for coming along. Remember, no matter where you start, your vision is worth chasing. Keep thinking bigger. See you next time.